Hello, everybody. Welcome to the next game in the Demolition League. We game number 24, and it's going to be the New York Yankees taking on the San Diego Padres from San Diego. Let's see if I can get this fixed a little bit better for you. I think that's probably good as I'm going to get right there. Trying to get as close as I can to the cards so you can see them better, but don't want to cut off too much of the score sheet at the end either. So we'll try it this way and see what happens. New York Yankees, of course, managed by Aaron Boone, and the San Diego Padres managed by Mike Schilt. I have the lineups already made up, but I have not done the injury rolls. So there's a chance that these could be edited, and if they are, I've got my little correction fluid here to fix that. Got them all in the computer, but I haven't hit the start of the game yet, so I can edit them out of the computer and get them where they need to be. So looks like we will start with the New York Yankees, the visiting team. I usually start with the visiting team. So we're going to roll 1d6 and see what position has to be rested. So 2. So for the Yankees, that means shortstop, right field, and first base. So if we look at the previous game, that means Volpe, Soto, and Rizzo have to be rested, or potentially could be rested. Soto has way more than 600 at bats, so he never has to rest. Volpe, he has way over 600 bats. He does not have to be rested. Rizzo, however, looks like he might need to be rested because he is sitting there with barely over 350 plate appearances. So we go to our chart and look at the plate appearances for Rizzo. Yeah, and he's under 374. He's going to have to rest, period. There's no discussion about that. He's just going to have to rest. So for New York, Rizzo will be resting. So that means I got to replace Rizzo in the starting lineup with another first baseman off the bench. So let's see who our alternates are for the Yankees. Who can play first base? Well, DJ LeMahieu could play first base. And that's pretty much about it. So DJ LeMahieu will take over for Rizzo at first base since Rizzo has to be rested. So we will get that corrected. And he's a 3E13 is LeMahieu. And he runs at a 9. So the speed's the same. That didn't change. And hello, Larry, and hello, Joel. Good to see you. So Anthony Rizzo has to rest. He's eligible to pinch hit and whatnot after the 7th inning, but he will have to rest, and LeMahieu will take his place. So on the Strat-O-Matic computer, that's the only change I need to make for the Yankees is to insert LeMahieu and take out Rizzo and keep him in the 7th spot. That's good enough for me. All right, now we go to the Padres and check out their potential rest people. And we'll roll the D6 again for the Padres, and that's a 5. And so that is second base, right field, and DH. So looking at their game from previous, Bogarts at second base, Peralta in right, and Profar DH. So we'll check those 3. And Profar has well over 600 plate appearances, so he does not have to rest. Bogarts has 456, so it's a good chance he might have to rest. 456. That means a 1-13, he's got to rest. He avoids the rest, so that means that he can stay in there. And now we're looking at Peralta. And he's not in the starting lineup in this game, so don't worry about resting him. So nobody from the Padres has to rest, as it turns out. As Bogarts avoided having to rest. And Bogarts will go in there back to his normal spot. Hello, Dr. D. Good to see you. So the rest rolls are complete. The only person had to rest is Rizzo for the Yankees. Everybody else is in good shape. So my lineups that I have on the computer now are accurate. Didn't have to change a thing for the Padres, so we'll get them straight. Ballpark effects for San Diego. Lefties and righties, singles are a 1, home runs are a 9. Pitcher injury chances. Darvish is 6'8", and he will be checked for injury. Cortes is 6'12", and he will be checked for injury. So we'll fire this game up and get it going here on the Strat computer. And as I look at the information here right at the end, make sure I've got what I needed. Yankees are 3-1. Padres are 2-2 in the early going. Minnesota leads at 4-1, so if the Yankees win, they will tie the Twins for first place. Darvish gets the call. He is 7-3 with a 3.31 ERA in real world. In the replay, he went 5 innings, got a no decision, but did not pitch well. 5 innings, pitched 4 hits, a walk and 4 strikeouts, a 6.75 earned run average. So Darvish will be finishing up his warm-up tosses. Somehow when I was writing the speed ratings, I started writing them in column 1 by accident. Don't know how that happened, but we will correct that. And we'll get DJ LeMahieu written in now that the correction fluid has dried. We can put LeMahieu in here. LeMahieu. He's been around a while. I know that name. He's at first base, and he is a 3E13. And he runs at a 9. Okay, so we're good to go there. Looks like everything is in place as far as I can tell. Hello, Chuck. Good to see you. We're ready to get this game underway from Petco Park in San Diego. Do pitcher-catcher hold quotients. He's a +4. Catcher Higashioka is a -1, so we're looking at a +3 for Darvish. And for Cortes, he's a -4. Wells is a -1, so he's a -5 on his pitcher-catcher hold quotient. So it's going to be hard for the Padres to get a stolen base chance. Gleyber Torres, we're underway, 5-7. Ground ball second base X, we're looking at Bogarts. He's a 3E12. 3-5 might be questionable. I think that's going to get through for a hit, actually. 3-5. No, 3-5 is a G3 pound. So he is able to get it, barely. Just barely. That's a 13. He is an E12. There's no 13, so Bogarts makes the play and throws out Torres for out number 1. 1 down, and that will send up Juan Soto. I forgot to give Torres his average. I'll do it next time he bats, but Juan Soto is hitting 200, 3 for 15, no homers or run driven. Of course, the averages don't really mean a whole lot right now, such small sample size. 5-4, fly ball center field X, another X checks. And that's Merrill for the Padres. He is in center field, Jackson Merrill, and he is a 2E3. 2-8, he'll get to that. E3 in center field, and that's a 9. E3, the only errors are 3, 16, and 18, so he will make the play. 2 down. 2 up, 2 down, and that's going to send up Aaron Judge. Here come the Judge. Judge is hitting 313, 2 homers, 5 driven in. Oh, we got hop and dice again. I don't know how that keeps happening. 2-8 for Judge against the righty. Struck him out. Darvish with a strikeout. And that's going to put the Yankees down in order. Put to rest. Yankees are down in order. 1, 2, 3 in the top of the first. We go to the bottom of the first. No score. With the Padres coming to bat. And Hassan Kim will lead off for the Padres. Bogarts was leading off, but he's been struggling, so I moved Kim up and brought Bogarts down to see if that would help the cause a little bit for the Padres. Kim on the replay is not doing much better. He is only hitting a .54 in 13 at bats, but he does have 2 triples. He had no triples real world. I'm sorry, he had 3 triples real world, and he's got 2 already in his first 13 at bats. And he had 403 at bats in real world, so he's definitely off to a hot start with the triples. That's a 6-4 for Cortes. That's a fly ball center field X. That's Aaron Judge. He's a 3E0, so he can't make an error, but we'll check into 3 and see if the 3 if he can get to it. And he does. 3 and 10 is good. 3 and 10 is enough for an F2. That's all they need. Nobody on, so 1 away. And that will send up Fernando Tatis. He is hitting 167, a homer and 2 driven in. 4-8, right-handed, struck him out. Cortes with his first strikeout. Brings up Manny Machado. Machado is hitting 313, no homers, 2 driven in. 3-7 against the lefty. That's a boy's column 3 is loaded, but he found the fly to center. And that's going to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Padres. So neither team able to do anything in the first inning offensively as they were kept off the base paths. Go to the top of the second, no score. Both pitchers have fatigue innings of 5. Darvish back out will face Giancarlo Stanton, Alex Verdugo, and Anthony Volpe. So 1-3 for Stanton, and that's a ballpark single check. It's only a 1, though. That's a 7, so he wound up lining to short. 1 away. Petco Park's not going to give you the ballpark singles much at all. 5% chance, basically. Here's Verdugo. Verdugo's hitting $167, 1 homer and 4 driven. 4-8, left-handed, struck him out. Second strikeout for Darvish. 2 away, and that brings up Anthony Volpe, the shortstop. He's hitting .333, 1 homer and 3 driven in. 6-11, Darvish's chance to be injured is 6-8. 6-11 is a ballpark blast. It's a 1-9, but that's a 20. Deep fly to left, and that's going to end the inning. So nothing doing for the Yankees once again. Go to the bottom of the second, still no score. Hello, Utah Mike. Mike, let me ask you, on yours, do you use StreamYard, OBS, XSplit? What do you use when you do your games? Software do you use, if you don't mind me asking? Because I had a lot. I was trying to get one done this afternoon, but I was between OBS and XSplit, I was having troubles. Couldn't get either one of them to go do what I wanted to do. So I'm not sure where to go with that. All right, here's Jerks and Profar. And Profar is hitting .077. He's 1 out of 13. If he can pick it up here against Cortes. 5-8, right-hander, switcher to being right. 5-8's a double. That's a way to pick it up. Jerks and Profar with the leadoff double. And that'll bring up Xander Bogaerts. Bogaerts is hitting .211. No homers, 2 driven in. All right, XSplit. Because when I use XSplit, it does fine, but for whatever reason, when I go to record a screen, I don't get the full screen. I get, like when I do a Strat-O-Matic screen, all I'm getting is like a tiny little corner, like a postage stamp looking thing, instead of the full screen. And I don't know what I hit on there that needs to be fixed. I've tried desktop capture. I've tried window capture. I've tried all sorts of things. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong on that, but maybe I'll figure it out at some point. OBS, it recorded fine, but when I played it back, the volume, the audio got way ahead of the video, so they weren't in sync, and it really screwed it up. I had a nice video that I'd done, but the audio and video didn't match, so I couldn't post it. All right, here is Bogaerts, 2-6 against the left-hander. 1-2 was a home run, but that's going to be a fly to left, and that's 1 away. All right, so 1 down. And that'll bring up Solano. And Solano's 0 for 2. He had limited duty, I believe. And it's his first start at first base, giving the left-hander Cronenworth the night off. 4-12, and that's a ballpark blast. It's a 1-9. That is a 9, and he has normal power. So putting Solano in was the right move by the Padre manager, and it pays off. Home run, Solano, a 2-run shot. We'll look at it again. 4-12, ballpark blast. And had Cronenworth been in the spot, that would have been a ground ball to second. But as a right-handed batter, it's a 4-12, and it's a ballpark blast. It's a 1-9. That is a 9, and he has normal power. So Donovan Solano, a 2-run home run, and San Diego has grabbed a 2-0 lead. Camera pick. I'm not sure what you mean. I'm trying to capture the screen. My Strat-O-Matic screen is what I have up when I go into XSplit. And I, it talks about where you have a scene and then you add stuff. And I added the desktop. And when I went over to desktop, it showed up that it was there. And then Uncle Ron told me to click this one box so that it would show the drop-down menus. Because if you leave that box clicked, it's only going to show the main screen and won't show sub-menus. I did all that. But for whatever reason, I'm not getting a full screen. I'm getting a little postage stamp, and it's very frustrating. I'm sure there's an easy setting I probably have to make on there, but I don't know what it is. I'll have to play around with it. Merrill is hitting 250, 3 out of 12. Me and technology just don't get along. That's just all it is to it. 1-9, lefty on lefty, ground ball to second. That's 2 away. And we'll turn it over to Kyle Higashioka. Higashioka, former Yankee. He is hitting 333, 2 for 6, no homers, 2 driven in. 6-5, and that is a fly to center. That's going to end the inning, but a 2-run home run off the bat of Donovan Solano has given the Padres a 2-0 lead. And Darvish will face the bottom of the order, LeMahieu, Wells, and Cabrera. LeMahieu is 1 for 2. 5-3 is a fly ball left field X. We're looking at Profar. He's a 4 and an E1. Not worried about the E1, but the 4 can be a problem. 18 will not be a problem. E1 and a 15, I don't think that's going to be a problem. No, 17 is the error chance on the E1. So he will make the play. And there's 1 away. LeMahieu is out, and here is Austin Wells. Catcher Wells, 2 for 10, hitting 200, no homers, 2 driven in. 4-2, left-handed. That's a ballpark blast off of Darvish, but that's a 13. So just a deep fly to right field. Hauled out there by Tatis, 2 down for Oswaldo Cabrera, third baseman. He's hitting 333, 3 for 9, a homer and 2 driven in. 2-8, and that's a 1-9 home run, but that's a 15, so he flies to left, and that's going to end the inning. So Darvish, 9 up and 9 down through 3 innings for the Padres. You go to the bottom of the third, still San Diego 2 and the Yankees nothing. Cortes will face Rosario, the designated hitter, Eggy Rosario. When I first started this replay, I didn't know how to pronounce that name, and people have told me it's pronounced Eggy. So I went with it. Hopefully it's right. Rosario is 1 for 4 on the replay, 250. 1-8 against the lefty, struck him out. Strikeout for Cortes, number 2. And that flips the order back over to Hassan Kim. What I'm going to probably have to do, Utah Mike, is probably do some sort of a live stream and have my desktop up and ask for help and let people walk me through it, what I need to do. That's probably what it's going to get down to, unless there's some YouTube videos on there that can help me. I don't know, maybe. Here's Kim, 4-8, and that is a strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts for the third strikeout for Cortes, and that'll bring up Tatis. He struck out his first time up. 6-7, and that's a 1-13, but a 15 means it's a single, 2-out single for Fernando Tatis. Tatis with the single, and he needs a 4 or a 5 to get the lead, but -5. So you're talking about a -7. It would be a 1-11. They'll still try to for the lead. 5, he gets the lead, so he's going to have to go. 18 being held as a 16, -5 is the 11, so it's still a 55% chance. 1 to 11. And he stole the base, so not deterred. He steals second base, gets himself into scoring position. Now turns Machado's at bat into a clutch situation. Machado flew to center his first chance. 4-5, and he's going to ground shortstop X. That's Volpe. He's a 1. We know he's going to get to it. We're checking the E16 stop. And the only errors on E16 are 14 and 17. Just have 2 numbers. And he does. That's an 11, so it's a good play for Volpe. And that will end the inning. So 3 innings are in the books here in San Diego, and the Padres lead it 2-0 over the Yankees. Padres trying to go to 3-2 and knock the Yankees down to 3-2. Keep the Twins in first place by themselves. So Darvish back out will face Gleyber Torres. 1-5 for Torres. That's a solid single to lead off the inning. And we'll see if he can do anything. Well, stole 4 bases, got caught 3 times. He could get a lead on a 4 or a 5. Darvish is a +3 after all, so it'd be a +1. It'd be a 1 to 14 if he got the lead. Needs a 4 or a 5. If he rolls a 12, he gets picked off. That's a 10, so he does not get the lead. So moot point. Here's Juan Soto. 1-3, and that's a fly to right field. We're out number 1. So we got people on the Padres that were former Yankees, and we got people on the Yankees that were former Padres. Kind of interesting how that works. Here's Aaron Judge. He struck out his first chance. 3-8, and he will draw the base on balls this time. First walk issued by Darvish. He's going to put runners at first and second with 1 out. And cleanup man Giancarlo Stanton steps to the plate. 3-9, and that is a strikeout. Strikeout number 3 for Darvish. 3-10 would have been an injury for Stanton, but he avoided that with a 3-9. And it's all up to Alex Verdugo. Clutch situation for Verdugo. In the clutch, he loses a hit on 2-9 and on 1-12. But it's a 3-12, and he will look to be injured, possibly. Ground ball, second base A plus injury on the 3. I'm sorry, it's a 3-9, not a 3-12. Where did I get 3-12 from? 3-9, my bad. It's ground ball, first base A. I'm not sure what I was looking at there. It's ground ball, first base A. It is not going to be an injury. It'll just be a ground out. So I don't know where I was getting the 3-12 from. That was kind of weird. But that's going to do it for the Yankees. They leave 2 runners on. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. Still 2-0 San Diego. Cortes out, and he'll be facing Jurickson Profar. Final game of this 5th game block for everybody will be Kansas City at Pittsburgh. That'll be tomorrow night. Kansas City at Pittsburgh. Here is Profar. 5-7, right-handed, struck him out. Strikeout number 4 for Mr. Cortes. And that'll bring up Xander Bogaerts. He flew to left his first chance. 6-5, and he's going to fly to center this time. 2 flyouts for Bogaerts. He's still struggling. And here comes Solano. He hit the big 2-run homer his first time up. 6-7. This time 1 to 13 is a double. That's an 11, so it's a double for Solano. He is doubled and homered. Boy, talk about a great managing move, putting him in the game instead of Cronenworth against the left-hander. That was pure magic. Got a homer and a double out of it. All right, here is Jackson Merrill in a clutch situation. That's a 2, so it's a chance of a balk or pass ball. We're looking at a balk chance on Cortes. His balk rating's a 2. But it's a 3, so he avoids the balk. And here is Jackson Merrill. Clutch situation for Merrill against lefties. He is neutral completely. Doesn't have any change. 1-4, and that's a line out to first base, snagged by LeMahieu. And that will end the inning. So the Padres get the double, but nothing else. We go to the fifth, and it's still 2-0 San Diego. And this is the fatigue inning for both starting pitchers. Both have 5s as their fatigue. And Anthony Volpe will lead things off for the Yankees. Volpe flew to left his first time up. That's a 3-10, and that's a 1-12 double. And that's a 3. It'll be a double for Anthony Volpe to start out the top of the fifth. That'll bring up LeMahieu. That's a 2. Balk or pass ball chance. We're looking at a pass ball chance on Higashioka. And Higashioka, his pass ball rating is a 5. So 1-5, it's a pass ball. It is not. He blocks it. Here's LeMahieu. 3-4. Ballpark single check, but again, it's only a 1. So that's not going to work out too well. So that will end up going to line out to short. We're out number 1. 1 down, and that will send up Austin Wells, the catcher, who's out to right field his first chance. That's another 2. Chance for another ball or pass ball. We're checking pass ball again, 1-5. And Higashioka blocks it again. So first putting Higashioka to the test, and the former Yankee, is passing those tests. Here's Wells, 6'4", left-handed. That's a ballpark single check, but again, only a 1. So that will end up being a fly out to center field for out number 2. And it's going to be up to Cabrera if the Yankees are going to do anything. So out to left, his first chance. 4-8, switch hitter batting left, 4-8 struck him out. So Darvish with strikeout number 4. He's tossed 5 scoreless innings, so he will come back and pitch the 6th. He only had 1 hit against his point of weakness, so he's still good to go. He can come back. When we go to the bottom of the 5th, it'll be the fatigue inning for Nestor Cortes, and he'll be facing Higashioka, Rosario, and Kim in the bottom of the 5th. 6'3", right-handed fly ball left field X. We're looking at Verdugo. He's a 2E1. 2-17, he gets to it. E1, the only error is, again, a 17, and that's a 12. So Verdugo will make the play on Higashioka. 1 out. And Eggy Rosario back up. He struck out his first chance. 4-4. That's a ground ball shortstop X. Volpe is a 1E16. We don't need to roll the D20 because you know he's going to get to it with a 1. We're checking the 16. That's a 7. And a shortstop 16. 14 and 17, the only errors, so 7 is good. And Volpe makes the play. 2 down, and Hassan Kim, the leadoff man, back up. He's 0 for 2. Padres can't find a good leadoff man. They're having trouble in that area. 6-4, fly ball to center field X. We're looking at Aaron Judge. He's a 3E0, so we're checking to see if he can get to it. 3 and a 7, I believe he does. 3 and a 7 is an F. Boy, barely. Just barely. A 3 and a 7 is an F1. 3 and a 6 would have been a single. But the 7, he gets to it. And so Cortes, he keeps full endurance as we go to the 6th. Still 2-0 San Diego. And top of the order for the Yankees, it'll be Gleyber Torres, Juan Soto, and Aaron Judge against Darvish here in the top of the 6th. Torres 1 for 2. 2-7, and he's going to fly it to center field where Jackson Merrill is there. Camped under it, 1 away. For Juan Soto. Soto 0 for 2. He's flown to center and flown to right. 3-7, and he's going to ground it to second base where Bogarts will easily handle it. 2 down. Darvish bucking to go 7 innings the way he's pitching. Here's Aaron Judge. 6-9, and again 6-8 is the injury check for Darvish. So 6-9's okay. That's a strikeout. It's a dot there, but he's not tired. So the strikeout stands. And 6 shutout innings. Very impressive from you, Darvish. He has done a 2-hit shutout through 6 innings, and he will come back for the 7th as well. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Cortes back out. And he'll be facing Tatis, Machado, and Profar. 1-6 for Tatis, struck him out. Strikeout number 5 for Cortes. And that sends up Manny Machado. 3-10 for Machado. It's a ballpark blast. 1-9. That's a 4. It's gone. Manny Machado. Look at it again. 3-9 against left-handers is a ballpark blast, which is 1-9. That's a 4. And you know Manny has normal power. He had 29 home runs. So Manny Machado, his first home run of the replay. Home run, Manny Machado. Took him 5 games to get it, but he finally got one. And RBI's 3 and 4. 3. RBI number 3 for Machado. Padres now lead at 3-0. And Profar steps to the plate. 1-12, and that's a ballpark blast for Profar. 1-9, but that's a 15, so not going to be as fortunate as Machado was. Just a deep fly to left, 2 down for Bogarts. He has flown to left and flown to center. And that is a 6-8 against Cortes, and that is a ground ball second base X. We're looking at Torres, 4-E19. 4-2, that's going to get through for a base hit, no question about it. That is a 7, and he is an E19 at second base. Let's make sure there's no error there. I don't think it is. E19, there's a 6, but no 7, so he's okay with the error part, but the base hit is good for Mr. Bogarts. Let me check something real quick. I've got something a little bit off on my on my game account, so I think I forgot to put the home run in on the computer. Let me double check it. Yep, forgot to put the home run in, so let me do that real quick. I need to undo the fly out that happened to Profar that I assigned to Machado, so let's undo that. Thank goodness for the undo button. All right, there's Machado's home run. Then Profar flies out, and then Bogart singles, and now we're back caught up now. Profar needs a 4 or a 5 to get the lead. Does not get it. So 2 outs, and Donovan Solano, who's homered and doubled, he's up here to face Cortes. 4-12, and that's a ballpark blast again, but this one's a 16, so it's just a deep fly to left. And that will end the inning. But the home run off the bat of Machado has given the Padres a 3-0 lead. That might be all. I think it's going to be all for Cortes. He's going to go 6 innings, and that's it. They will go to the bullpen after this. So Cortes will go 6 innings, give up 3 runs. They were all earned. He's going to give up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. He walked no one and struck out 5. So a decent start for Cortes, but he got no run support whatsoever. And now he's got to hope his troops can rally. Start the top of the 7th. Darvish still seems to be going pretty strong. We'll go ahead and cap him at 7 innings. That 7 is the most he's going to go. So he'll be facing Stanton, Verdugo, and Volpe for San Diego. We are in the 7th inning now, so pinch hitting is allowed for the guys, particularly for Rizzo, who had to rest. He can come back and pinch hit if they want. But right now, they're going to go with the 3 guys that are in the lineup to bat this inning. 6-9 again for Darvish. 6-8 is the injury. 6-9 is a strikeout dot, but he's not tired. So he keeps dancing around that 6-8 and keeps avoiding it. And he picks up strikeout number 6 for Darvish. Got to bring up Verdugo. Whoa, we got a hop and dice. We're going to re-roll that. We got 2-5, and that's a 1-3 single. 7, though, is a line out to second. That's 2 away. 2 down for Anthony Volpe. 1 for 2 with a double. 3-10, and that's another double possibly. 1-12. Yep. Second double for Volpe. This one with 2 outs, though, so it's going to take a 2-out hit from LeMahieu, although they could bring in Rizzo as a pinch hitter for LeMahieu. LeMahieu is 0 for 2, so they will put him out, and Anthony Rizzo will come in and pinch hit here in the 7th inning and stay in the game to play first base. So when you have to rest for the first 6 innings. You can come in starting on the 7th inning. And that's what Rizzo is going to do. So we'll go to the Strat computer and substitute LeMahieu out and Rizzo in. And on the replay, Rizzo is hitting a $167 in 12 at bats. No homers, 2 driven in. Here's Darvish to Rizzo. Hello, Canadian. That's a 3-7 for Rizzo, and he's going to fly to center, and that's going to end the inning. That'll do it for Darvish. He's going to go 7 solid and shut out the Yankees through 7 innings. And he's going to strike out 6, walking just 1, and giving up only 3 hits, 2 of them on doubles to Volpe and 1 for Torres. So he's pitching a 3-hit shutout. And Rizzo, of course, will stay in the game to play first base going forward for the Yankees. Yankees will need a new pitcher as they took out Cortes. So we'll go to the bullpen for the Yankees and go to the Strat computer and figure out who's the most rested and whatnot. And then also put Rizzo in at first base on the computer. So we go to the Strat computer and check out the bullpen for the Yankees. Who might be the most rested? Their closer, Clay Holmes, has only pitched 1 game, but they're losing, so don't want to bring him in. Let's see, Tommy Kahnle, he's pitched 3 innings. Luke Weaver has pitched 3 innings. But that was all in 1 game, so that's been a couple of games ago. So they're going to bring in Luke Weaver for his second appearance. He had a 3-inning save in a blowout earlier in the first series against Pittsburgh. So Luke Weaver will be coming on the 24 season. He was 7-3, 2.89 ERA, and 4 saves. So Luke Weaver. Don't know if he's the Dream Weaver or not. -5, so it's definitely going to check on holding the runners, but I doubt they try to go anywhere. Go to our roster sheet and see what the injury chances are on Luke Weaver. And we are seeing for New York, Luke Weaver's a 1, so that's a 6-12. Hello, Marlon. Good to see you. 6-12 will be his injury chances. And Jackson Merrill will lead off for San Diego. They lead it 3-0. Weaver on the replay has pitched 3 innings, not giving up any runs. Got 1 save, 1 hit, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts. So he was dominant in his 1 outing, but that was against the Pirates. His first chance now to face San Diego. 3-7 for Merrill, and he will ground it to short. Volpe is there, 1 away. One down, and that brings up Higashioka. We get a 6-6 for Weaver. Again, 6-12 is his injury chance. 6-6 is a strikeout. So Weaver strikes out Higashioka. 2 down, and that brings up Eggy Rosario. He's 0 for 2. 3-12 for Rosario. That's a fly to left, and that's going to end the inning. So 1, 2, 3 inning for Weaver, and he'll come back and pitch the 8th for sure. We will go to the top of the 8th, and San Diego will need a new pitcher, as Darvish did them well, 7 shutout innings, and they will turn to their bullpen. Coming up for the Yankees, it'll be Wells, a lefty, Cabrera, a switch hitter, and Torres, a right-hander. So take your pick as far as righty-lefty matchups. going to go to the bullpen, to the computer, and see who's got the most rest for the Padres. Don't want to bring in somebody that's been overworked. Let's see here. Kolek has pitched 3 innings. Matsui's only pitched 1 inning. So they'll bring in Matsui. I think he's had 2 appearances, but he's only pitched 1 inning. So they will have Yuki Matsui coming on for the Padres. And he is a -3 hold, so that makes a -4. On the 24 season, 4-2, 3.73 ERA and no saves. So Matsui is on to face Austin Wells, Cabrera, and Torres. On the replay, like I said, he's pitched 1 inning. Does have a win. He's 1-0. He's had 2 appearances, 1 inning. 1 appearance was good, 1 appearance not so good. 6.75 earned run average, 2 hits, a walk, and no strikeout. So here's Austin Wells. Lefty on lefty. 2-9. Wells struck him out. So Matsui gets the K on Wells. 1 away, and here's Cabrera. 4-5. Switch hitter batting right is a ground ball shortstop X. Kim is a 2E16. 2 and 18 is good. E16 and 11 should be okay. E16, yep, 14 and 17 are those errors, not 11. So Kim with the good play, 2 quick outs. And that will take the top of the order for Gleyber Torres. 1-8 against the lefty. 1-12 is a home run. That's gone. Gleyber Torres just connects with a home run off of Matsui. Cuts the lead to 3-1. Gleyber Torres, his first home run of the replay. RBI number 3. But it cuts the lead to 3-1. And here's Juan Soto. If he doesn't get Soto, he will not face Judge. They will bring in a right-hander. 4-9, and he's not going to get Soto, obviously. 1-13 is a home run. That's gone. Back-to-back jacks. Juan Soto goes deep, and that's it for Matsui. Back-to-back home runs after getting the first 2 out, and all of a sudden it's a 3-2 game. And Soto with his first home run of the replay, RBI number 2. That'll be it for Matsui. 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, both of them home runs, no walks and a strikeout, and they will depend on someone to get him out of this mess, because Matsui just put him in a mess. So we'll go back to the Strat-O-Matic computer to figure out which way to go with this. Figure out who needs rest, who has rest, and so forth. Let's see. Estrada 2 innings, Brito 3 innings, Kolek 3 innings. Boy, a lot of these guys have 3 innings. So it looks like we are going to Mr. Brito. I guess it's Johnny. It's Jhony. I don't know if it's pronounced Johnny or Joni. I don't know if it's an unusual pronunciation or just an unusual spelling. Brito, 1-2, 4.12 ERA in the 24 season. But Brito will come on and try to get that 3rd out. He's a +4 hold, so that's a +3. On the replay, Brito is 0-0 with an ERA of 6. He's pitched 3 innings, given up 2 runs, 5 hits, no walks, 2 strikeouts, and he will be facing Aaron Judge. So Aaron Judge comes up after back-to-back home runs. Can he make it a 3rd? A back-to-back home run. 6-7 from Brito is going to be a single. And I also need to check his injury, because I doubt 6-7 is his injury chance, but you never know. San Diego, Brito is in the extra players. All right, Brito. Nope, he's a 6-12, so don't worry about that. But a base hit from Judge. And that was on that 6-7 right there. Single, 2 stars when nobody's on base. And Judge with a 3. If he gets the lead, he can definitely steal a base. He got a 4. Couldn't quite get it. So it's up to Giancarlo Stanton. Judge the tying run is at first base, and here's Brito facing Stanton. 2-5, and he struck him out, so Brito got out of it. But back-to-back jacks by the Yankees, Torres and Soto has cut the lead to 3-2 as we go to the bottom of the 8th, and Luke Dreamweaver will pitch his second inning as he will be facing the top of the order for the Padres, Kim, Tatis, and Machado. All right, here is, hello, Robert. Didn't see you in there. Let's see here. So, Kim, let's put in the strikeout of Stanton in the computer. Now, here we go. So, Weaver will be facing Kim to start the top of the bottom of the 8th. It's 3-2 Padres. 2-7, and that's a base on balls for Kim. Weaver is a -5 hold, so but Kim still has a good chance with a 19 there. So a 2-5 or a 12, he gets the lead. That's a 12, he gets the lead. So since he got the 12, he's at a 19, being held to 17, and then -5 to 12. 1-12, and Kim will try to steal it. And he's in there, stolen base for Kim. Not letting that -5 hold rating deter him. He singles and then steals. I'm sorry, he walks and then steals the base. So let me correct that in the computer. I gave him a single by accident. Should be a walk. Thank goodness for the undo button. And then the stolen base. All right, so Kim is at second base with nobody out for Fernando Tatis. Tatis is 1 for 3 on the game with 2 strikeouts. 2-7 for Tatis. Oh, 2-8 would have been a home run. 2-7's a ground ball to short. And there's one away with the runner holding, obviously. So one away from Machado. Machado, speaking of home runs, he hit a solo shot in the 6th that put him up 3-0 at the time. But for the Padres' sake, it's a good thing he did because that gave him the cushion they needed. 4-12, and that's a ballpark blast off of Weaver. It's 1-9. That's a 4. Manny Machado has done it again. Normal home run power. A 2-run home run from Manny Machado, his second of the game. A 2-run shot, and the Padres jump out 5-2 as they send Dreamweaver to sleep. Look at it again. 4-12 is a ballpark blast. 1-9, that's a 4. It's gone. Machado, 2-run shot. And it is now 5-2. Here's Profar. 5-9, switch hitter batting left, and that's a ground ball shortstop next to Volpe. Volpe's a 1, he's going to get to it. He's got to avoid 14 and 17 on the error chart, which he does, so it's a good play. 2 down. Trying to get Weaver through the inning. They don't want to use another pitcher if they can avoid it. Here's Xander Bogaerts. And we'll see if Brito comes back to try to save it or whether they bring in somebody else. 1-5 for Bogaerts. Struck him out. That's going to end the inning. But the 2-run home run off the bat of Manny Machado, and obviously Manny Machado is your player of the game unless something magical happens for the Yankees in the 9th. We'll see. Brito did not have any saves in real world, and it's still a save situation. Let's see who they might want to turn to. Let's look at their bullpen and check other players and see if there's anybody out there that they might want to go to. Well, Suarez has 36 saves, but he's been overworked. He's tired. So computer says he's tired, so we won't use him. They will bring in Wandy Peralta instead. He didn't have any saves either, but he's a lefty, and they're starting off facing a 2 out of 3 lefties coming up. So Wandy Peralta will come in, try to get the save. He was 3-2, 3.99 ERA and no saves. So Wandy Peralta coming in for San Diego. Brito, a third of an inning, give a hit and nothing else, got a strikeout. Weaver goes 2 innings. He's going to give up just the 1 hit, which was the home run, but it was a 2-run shot thanks to the walk. Struck out 2. So last chance saloon for the Yankees. It'll be Verdugo, Volpe, and Rizzo, who came in to pinch hit for Lemieux. Or LeMahieu, I should say, not Lemieux. This is not hockey. All right, so Peralta will be coming on for the Padres, and we'll get his numbers on the replay. He is 0-0 with no saves and no ERA of 0. Gone 2 innings, giving up no runs, no hits, 1 walk and 1 strikeout. And he starts off facing Mr. Verdugo here in the top of the 9th. 5-9, lefty. Fly ball to left. That's 1 away. 1 down. That brings up Anthony Volpe. Volpe has doubled twice. He's 2 for 3. 2-8 against the lefty. He's going to strike out. Peralta got him. Peralta going for that save. And here's Rizzo. Rizzo flew to center his only time up. Lefty on lefty, 3-6. He will pop it up to short, and there's your ball game. So Wandy Peralta, 1, 2, 3 in the 9th, will earn his first save. And taking the loss will be Nestor Cortes. I believe it drops him to 1-1. I think he had a no decision the first time up. Darvish gets the win. He's 1-0, as he got a no decision his first time. And we'll get the totals on the ball game. And we'll do that courtesy of the Strat computer and save me the trouble of doing the math myself. So we go to the box score. And we've got, actually Cortes is 1-1. He was 1-0 coming into this, so now he's 1-1. Darvish is 1-0. Peralta gets his first save. Brito gets his second hold, but I don't keep track of holds. 5-2 ball game Padres. 5 runs, 7 hits, and no errors for San Diego. 2 runs, 6 hits, and no errors for the Yankees. Padres improved to 3-2. Yankees dropped to 3-2. They are both now 1 game behind Minnesota, who's sitting at 4-1 in first place in the Demolition League. So appreciate all you guys spending part of your Thursday night with me. The weekend is almost here for the 3-day weekend. There's already a little college football out, but the big boys, I think, start Saturday. There might be a game Friday. I don't know. But I know some of the big ones start Saturday. So the game of the week on Saturday will start at 11 a.m. to try to beat the college football crowd, because Texas plays Ohio State at noon on Saturday, and I don't want to interfere with that. So tomorrow morning will be one of the games from the 1987 replay. Tomorrow night will be the Kansas City-Pittsburgh game to finish off this date in the Demolition League. And then Saturday morning at 11 o'clock will be season ticket baseball. It'll be the NBC game of the week. Yes, Canadian. Everybody's looking forward to the long weekend. Of course, I'm retired, so it kind of every day weekend to me, just not to – well, I mean, it's just the way it is. So. But I mean, the weekend's still a little bit different. My wife's home, and I still go through some weekend routines, going over to see the family on Sunday and stuff like that. I still do that, but it's not like I'm dying for the weekend to get here like I used to do. Boy, I was TGIF big time when I was working full time. Now I don't mean to rub it in, just telling like it is, saying what it is. One day you guys will be there. Yes, she still works. Yes, that's the reason why I could retire. She encouraged me to retire and be home. She wants me to be home with the cat and be home at the house. And she wants me to do that. Her words, I carried us for 30 years, so now it's, her turn, so to speak. Because there were some years when she wasn't working and I was having to work a lot of hours and stuff. So she's got a job she likes. She makes decent money, so she's happy to do it and happy to have me home. So that's just the way it is. All right. So it is the Padres beating the Yankees. So the Yankee haters will love that. Player of the game, Manny Machado. Well, could give it to both of them, because Darvish pitched 7 shutout innings and Manny Machado hit 2 home runs to support it. So take your pick there. Machado, 2 home runs in the game, 3 runs batted in. And Padres win it 5-2. So I'm going to try to figure out this XSplit slash OBS slash EV, whatever that third category is of streaming software, and I'm going to try to figure one of those out. And once I do, then I will have a video posted of doing direct entry on Strat-O-Matic, so you can see that for yourself. See what I do as I'm playing the games. So until next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and I will see you all down the road.